So here's what we'd like to do. Because I heard singing, I saw beautiful pictures, I heard fantastic stories. We want to be able to give some of you the opportunity to share some themes that have emerged in your groups and to actually give us an experience. So some of you might tell us a story. Some of you might give us a chant that we can all participate in. Some of you might share your visions with us. And I know that you all will be posting before we get to lunch so that we have a whole mural that we can take downstairs. So we want to hear all this goodness because I don't know if everybody got a chance to travel like I did. So which group wants to go first? Woohoo, my vision keepers want to go first. Do we have a microphone for in the back? Okay, you want to take a picture or? Oh, okay, my vision keepers. If you are presenting, wait. My vision keepers, for those who are presenting, I need you to come to the front so that our online community members can see and hear you. Yes, they won't be able to see the further away you are. Yeah. David, do you need anything else? We're good? Okay. You're ready to share? Come on up here. There you go. Okay. Tell us your name.
I'm Tina Washington. I'm from Charlottesville, Virginia. My vision is a green space on top, affordable housing, affordable low-income housing apartments, a grocery store, a community cleaners, and a laundromat, and affordable housings.
All right. Who can relate to what Miss Tina created? Thank you. And it's pretty and shiny. Thank you. Thank you. Do we have anybody else who wants to share vision? Any other vision keeper who wants to share with us? Come on up. I feel like you're the next contestant on the, you know what I mean? Come on up. No. Go ahead, tell us who you are and tell us what you see.
Okay, I'm Lauren Embry. I am the director of the Indiana Tenant Association. What I see for our vision, this isn't all, but it's some. I see that resources are given to those that need them the most. I see safe housing. I see that our laws that are already written are actually enforced and respected. I see that our current rights that are on the books, they are expanded. Before programs sunset, another is put in its place. We are healthy, including our mental health. We are educated, so we have upward mobility. For those that aren't able to take care of themselves, there are case managers to help guide people through the process. Housing is accessible for all. I see that rent is capped and it is stable. And nobody's rent should go up $500 the next term. Source of income discrimination should be illegal everywhere. And individuals who are facing evictions, there is a reasonable amount of time to gather up your things to make the next plans to leave. No one should be forced to leave their homes in 7 days, 10 days, or even less. That is unacceptable. Thank you.
All right. Woo-hoo. Can we relate? Yes. Yes, we can. Thank you, Lauren. Come on.
Peace and grace, everyone. My name is Ronald from the South Bronx. And when I first was trying to think of this, I'm not an artist. That wasn't my gift that God gave me. He did give me the ability to communicate. And so that's what I'm going to do. I had 3 talking points that would be very brief, but I think a lot of people sort of like this. So I started with the 3 components that's needed for our visioneer would be a brain. It would be, of course, money, which is sometimes considered wealth, and it is at times, and to share the wealth with our generations. So in a capitalistic society, we've learned that we have among us $2.7 trillion that's united to resource that would help us in our communities if we can just pool it together. Second thing is to empower ourselves by doing this that would ensure the teachings and learnings that will last for future generations. Lastly, but not leastly, with wealth, we must learn to share the wealth with our children so that they don't have to come into this world and not have any damn thing left. This is how these other people got rich, just because they shared the wealth. So we have to expand that, and every time we get a business, don't sell a thing, have it as a franchise and have it go through generation to generation. We don't have to ask the government to give us a job. We have our own job, and we can take care of our own communities with our wealth at $2.7 trillion. So I have for you a brain, I have money, and I have wealth. And one of the wealthiest things that we have that we can eat is fish. We got more fish and birds than we got anything. Thank you.
Yes. All right. Hello. All right, this is our last one from our Vision Keepers.
Greetings, everybody.
Greetings.
Okay, so here is mine, and it is called Sunshine Charity Community Investment Coalition, and that's a house, that's a car, because we need those things in life. And it says, supporting a parent helps the family and the community. And on the inside, we got the duties that we are supposed to have. So we got safe housing, healthy housing, fair housing, holistic housing, building where we live, farm housing, because we're going to be farming, we're going to be building houses, and affordable housing, pro se network, teaching parents how to advocate for themselves when they're faced with legal issues, especially eviction and things like that, transportation, programs, different programs for the youth, recycling programs, anything, you name it, to also create opportunities for entrepreneurship so that they can be good leaders, take care of themselves, and learn how to make their own money and keep it in the community. Then we got owning what you create and build, land ownership, bonds, land trust, entrepreneurship, land development, home ownership, being general contractors of your community. So that's mine.
Woohoo!
Thank you.
Can we relate? Yes, we can. All right, fantastic. Somebody give a round of applause for all our Vision Keepers in the back. All right. You see, they're in the process of building, putting that mural together. Please don't leave without getting a chance to see all of those beautiful visions that come to life. You heard the themes. The themes reflect much of what it is we are working to create, right? That we are fighting to build and fighting to make possible. So next, I want to give our online participants the opportunity. Now, were they our soundtrack? Yes. So we've got two different soundtrack groups. We've got a soundtrack in person and we've got a soundtrack online. So I'm going to let our soundtrack online go next. There they go.
Okay, so we came up, we chose a couple songs that really represented us. Some of the contenders were Feel Brave, y'all hear me now? Okay. I'll keep it quiet. So we came up with a couple different songs to represent our soundtrack, Feel Brave, All Is Well With My Soul, and Homeward Bound. But there was one that really resonated with us that we're going to incorporate as part of our chant. But in order for y'all to hear the chant, you got to hear the song. So we're going to play that song right now. It is called I Won't Back Down.
Stand me
So now that y'all know the chorus, I'm going to turn it over to the participants to share how the chant goes.
So
Okay.
now that we have gave you all our theme and our thoughts, so now we're gonna just move forward with our chant to add to our theme song. And we are the people and we won't back down. So that is our chant to our song.
We could do it in two parts. We could have
Okay.
everybody try it.
Okay.
We are the people.
We are the
And we won't.
And we won't
back
back
down.
down.
yes.
We are the people.
We are
And
the
we
people,
won't
and
back
we won't
down.
back down.
We are the people.
And we won't
Oh,
Down.
back
Okay, here we go.
down.
We are the people.
And we won't.
and we
Oh,
won't
back
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 down.
down.
Woo-hoo. We are the people and we won't back down. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you to our online brothers and sisters, community members. Woo-hoo. That's right. That's part of what the Heal Future sounds like. We are the people and we won't back down. What? Right? You know, I'm just saying, had to put a little stank on it. The next group, we've had our vision keepers. We've heard from our soundtrack community members online. So I want to be able to turn it over to our storytellers in person, and then I'm going to close with our other soundtrack. So, storytellers. Woo! Come on, we've got storytellers. We've got people who want to share our themes. So do we have our representative who will share our themes, and then we'll have a couple of people to tell some stories. Okay. All right. Tell them your name first.
Yes. Mary. My name is Mary Monroe from Lena Ward Housing. The theme this morning is youth that have the opportunity to travel, to see the world, and engage in experiencing learning. When our children comes home, they'll come back home with high quality, stable housing that they can be proud of. There's no barrier to human rights, but justice that has prevailed. We hold the power in our community, and are strong, and our children have for them to have a bright future. It was all worth it. People with disability are not overlooked and can age in place. They are mixed income and accessible communities. They are government that have priority and affordable housing. Time and space are not luxury, but something we can enjoy daily. There are free times, there are green space, there are space to spirit out, and we are well reserved and don't have to worry about displacement, thieves to run it. Those togetherness, we achieve greatness and create a voter block of public housing. Our resident who removed from office, everyone who does not serve the interest in it. Amen.
Good afternoon, everybody. So I'm Vernell Robinson from Queens, New York. Yeah, for Queens. And in our healed future, I can see locally and nationally residents who have come together to address poor living conditions, connect with other residents across the city and country to develop the power to remove any elected official or chair of public housing if they do not put residents and their concerns first. This healed future came to me as a result of my organizing and my development in Far Rockaway, Queens, New York, to fight for basic housing, human rights of not having any hot water for over 5 years. We took New York City Public Housing Authority to court. And not only did we win, but we got a rent abatement of 25% of whatever rent we had paid for the 6 months that, well, they didn't go back the whole 5 years, but from the time we filed the case up until the abatement was through. And she read the vision. Thank you.
It's like, hello, I'm Bill Higgins from Homeless Advocacy for All from Portland, Maine. We need to fix this broken system of housing and homeless services. Our thing and theme is to have all homeless services and housing create the opportunity to learn and share best practices between each other. I've got a saying is that rising tide floats all boats. It's kind of from the Navy. We can collaborate with each other instead of competing against each other for funding. And we can work together to advocate for more affordable housing. And by affordable, I mean housing where the rent is less than the fair market rent or up to 10% over, which is what a lot of the housing authorities will allow. So if you've got a voucher, you can find a damn place to live. Pardon my French. And we also need to fix zoning. Up in Maine, we've just changed some zoning laws where every single housing lot can have a duplex. Some of them can have 4 units on the same lot. And every single one can have an accessory dwelling unit. We need to build more affordable housing in any way possible. Thanks.
Can we relate? Yes, we can. All right, this is our last one.
Hello, my name is Brenda Temple. I am from Queens, New York, Rockaway, and I am with the Committee for Independent Community Action as well as Safe Section 9. I'm so glad to be here with you all. I'm learning a lot, and I'm just so encouraged by all the leadership and everything that's going on as we fight for our neighbors, our families, our community. So I'm going to say a poem. I'm going to recite a poem. And it's a recovery poem. It reflects some of my journey in my life. I looked at you, and I said, I'm good. I couldn't look at me. The fear of how I was living my life, it came back and haunted me. My dis-ease kept me in limbo. I had no idea, no clue. But I should have seen these things before had I taken my eyes off of you. Can I forgive the past? It's hard, and true, it takes some time. But my higher power showed me through you some things truly divine. Peace, oh ease my troubled heart. I am tired and oh so weak. No idle fighting, life, and you, the answers within me. So this is how it relates to what we're talking about today, talking about community, talking about our village. You know, that we are the eyes and ears of each other. We know what each other's going through. We can relate. We have family members that have been through some hard times as we have. There's deaths, there's mental health problems, addiction problems, incarceration. We're talking about marginalizing, mismanagement, of course. And then we just have every day fighting this systemic racial system. Okay, every day, every time you look around, we're talking about in terms of employment, education, so that's why I wanted to just share with you my recovery journey, because we can all help each other from our own life experiences.
Yes, we can.
Thank you.
All right. Yes, I saw. So I was coming to her. I saw. Thank you so much. Ms. Linda? Wait. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. Try again.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
All right. I didn't do it in time. I'm kind of slow on Zoom, but I just wanted to thank Bill Higgins so much. It's really been an honor to serve with him this last year as the membership co-chairperson of the National Coalition for the Homeless.
Yes.
And he is such a hardworking man. He works in so many settings, at so many tables, like everyone here. Most of us I know are volunteering virtually full time.
Yes. Yes.
Yep. Thank you.
Wonderful. All right. We have a conference here in September. Thank you so much, Ms. Linda, and thank you so much, Bill, for coming up and for sharing. I love it when we can share credit, right? When we can give credit and give acknowledgement. So my last group, my soundtrackers in person, we got the We Are the People. All right, so I want to turn it over to you all to lead us in our soundtrack immersion experience. I love our soundtrackers online and our soundtrackers in person.
We ain't the freedom singers, but we something like it, all right, y'all?
Why weren't legal clinics formed, advocates given, so that when women went to court to do what? Claim their land. So I said, they need a Bill of Rights. Why? We in the United States, we got human rights, this right, that right, the other right? So I thought, and why wasn't my table? Maybe they wasn't instructed and maybe they wasn't. Some of you did very, very good, and I want to say because why? You worked collectively. In New York City, the housing authority doesn't divide us. We divide ourselves. So she was doing a project, she was doing the project. It's like, kind of nonsense is that? But I approached it a different way, and I did say something to them. I said, did y'all do this on your own? What happened? And they said, no, we came up with our own ideas because why? One was in a rural area, one was in an urban area, and it separated us. But we are together. That's what I have to tell the people when I go out the world. Because we were looking for water. When Shola did that nonsense to us and lied on the lead, she lied on the lead, and I just felt we had walls, we had heat, we had hot water. Nah, we had holes in the walls, we had rats, we had roaches, we had lead, we had asbestos, and what was the other situation? We got three things that they have to fix. Lead, asbestos, and mold. So they didn't make me no better than Africa. I'm an indigenous woman. We are all indigenous, our own selves. Believe that. Let me tell you the 10 rights, the 10 commandments. Human and residence rights. That's a commandment. The next commandment is real input to our government change in law that affects our housing. They should not be passing no bill unless we help them develop the bill. We got to start developing the bill that they start passing. And we do when we have versus this, versus that, but we got to really, really have our seat at the table. The next one was implementing the global 17 sustainable goals. If you don't know about that, she's saying, yeah, I got a pin to that too. Sometimes I wear it and sometimes I don't. Why? Because it got a rainbow on it sometimes. And I be like, I want nobody to take what it's for, but if people ask, sometimes, I've been introducing myself. I always say, what state you from? But when I'm away, I got to say what country you from. You understand me what I'm saying? But that's 17 developmental goals. So Biden, I was there for the initiation of it. They were planning 2030 and 2016. Hello. I just came back from Poland. What was this, 2022? They was planning 2050. So people are ahead of us. They are really, really ahead of us, and it was very good that that group back there was developed, because if you don't know, you don't know. You better start putting your input in it for the future, So I said implementing the 17 developmental goals. Look that up and find out. Moving urban cities forward. This is my biggest story. I was in Malaysia 2018, and the World Bank showed a PowerPoint presentation saying that public housing was ghettos. Ooh, listen. You think I'm not dressed now? I was dressed then. I had on my whole little African regalia and stuff. I was the first one on the microphone, and I said, do not call me no ghetto. Do not call me no hood. We are communities. We are communities. And people come out of public housing. They sure do. All over the world, they come out of there. And I told them, I said, I would never be your slave. Never be your slave. Why? I'm not going to allow you to move our urban public houses to rural areas where they have the floods. I'm going to need a helicopter, a boat, a ship, and a damn rowboat to get out of there during this climate change. During the climate, we affected in the cities, but don't think that they're not just as affected. That's why they want to do what? Come back to the cities. And they want to put us out of the cities. And that's not good for us, because why? We're their servant workers anyway. So that's why we slaves. We they servant, we they school teacher, bus driver, municipal worker. We do all of that for these people, okay? So we better move our own urban cities forward. The fifth, the 10 Commandments, climate change for public housing. And we better do something about that fast and stop talking about a tree, a cat, and a dog. You better start talking about the next sustainable thing to keep your development alive. I'm going to get off your microphone. Seniors and community centers for recreation and education is a must. Healthy homes is a must. Wow, we got mold, lead, and asbestos in them. We got 49,000 apartments off the rent roll. What you think they holding them for? Hello. They ain't holding them to repair them for us. They holding them to repair them for somebody else. A collaborative partnership. I do not go in meetings no more saying, I go in the meeting and say article section number 44, page 5, word number 3, because I want to come in there with the solution. With the solution, it's so important that we stop fussing to work out the solution when we go into those meetings and establish our partnerships with them. You get more bees with honey than you do with vinegar. The 10th commandment is resident training education before what? Before the bills are passed, and also programs. Now with RAD, you already know your development get ready to get RAD. How you know that? Because they told you. but they do not give us the 5 years training that we need to be the union worker, to be, I don't want nobody, I don't even want to give out a laborer job no more. I want to give out an electrician job, plaster job, all of those type of jobs where they have to have the certification to have that. And y'all work out the 10 commandments, because we ran out of time, but y'all work out the 10 commandments. And that's what I feel we should establish out of our little group over here.
There's a ramp over here, Maria. There's a ramp over there.
Yeah.
Shine the light on it. Shine the light on it.
All right, y'all ready? This is the movement singers. All right, so we're going to need some audience participation. After we finish each theme, I want y'all to say, shine a light on it. When you get to fight the power, you got to say, nah, remix. I rise. Just remember that one, all right? So we kicked off our themes based off what people in the movement tried to get done and tried to do. So one of the issues that people have in the movement, how do you wake up the young people? How do you wake up the sleeping people, those who ain't in the movement and involved? And to help you with that, I have Sister Beverly. So when we say wake up the people, we say wake up.
Wake up, everybody, no more sleeping in bed. Got to thinking ahead.
The world has changed so very much
For what it used to be.
There is no much hatred
in
war and poverty. Okay.
All right. And y'all say?
Oh, get it.
No, you gotta do that better than 1, 2, 3.
Shine the light on it.
There you
Shine
go.
the light on it. Yay!
Now we know in this movement, it can be fractured. People can fall out. But there's no greater time that we as the people and we as leaders need to be unified. So there's a song that kind of help us get there. And say it again. Say it again. And the audience says. And the audience says. All right. Now this one. Going off Rebecca talk about the theme throughout this gathering. We as leaders tend to want to spread love, right? This work we do out of love.
Yeah.
But sometimes we forget to love ourselves.
Yes.
To help you with that today, I'm bringing back up Sister Beverly. Go ahead.
The greatest love of all is easy to achieve. Learning to love yourself is the greatest love of all.
And the audience says, that's right. Now, sometimes you want to give up.
Yeah.
You be tired, funding running low.
Yes.
It's getting harder and harder. But you got to dig deep inside to do what? To keep fighting. And to help us get there, we came up with a song to get you along. And we say, when we say keep fighting, what do we say?
Fight the power.
We say, fight the power. Beverly, tell them how to do it.
Fight the power to that beat. Fight the power to that beat. Hey. Fight the power to that beat. Hey. Fight the power to that beat. Fight the power to that beat. Hey. Fight the power to that beat. Hey. Shine the light on it. Yeah. Shine the light on it. Yeah. Come on. Participate. Shine the light on it. Yeah.
Shine the light on it. Now I'm going to need y'all to do this one time for me. You got to say, I rise.
I rise.
You got to say it again.
I rise.
Say it again.
I rise.
Now, Now to end this one, we're going to do the chant that we're trying to get y'all familiar. Shine a light on it.
Shine the light on it.
I'm going to say this one. Y'all might have heard it a couple of times. But we're going to need y'all really to join in this, right?
Yes.
We are the people.
What?
We got a story.
What?
To tell the whole wide world.
This is the people territory.
Now we got to do that together with some rhythm, y'all.
Yeah, bounce with it, bounce
We are
with
the people.
What?
We got a story.
What?
To tell the whole wide world.
It's the people territory.
We are the people.
What?
We got a story.
What?
To tell the whole wide world.
It's the people territory.
The audience says, shine a light on it. And the audience says,
shine a light on it.
And the audience says,
shine a light on it.
Let's keep shining the light on our work. Thank you. We are the movement singers.
And remember, your work is already signed, sealed, and delivered.
All right, everybody. How was that for you? That was good. We shined the light on it. Exactly. So thank you, Lara Ramos, for suggesting that we do something different. Right? Yay. Okay, everybody. I know that you are excited, and we want to keep the energy going. We've got one more thing to do before we wrap this up and we go to lunch. So our soundtrackers got us into participation, community participation, right? And we love that. We want to close out with a song by Sweet Honey in the Rock. Now, you heard Miss Rutha May last night for dinner as one of the Freedom Singers, right? And one of her fellow Freedom Singers was Bernice Johnson Reagan, who is the founder of Sweet Honey in the Rock. So what I love is that they both have left us legacy music that can speak to our hearts and our minds and our spirits. And this song by Sweet Honey is called We Are the Ones. That's the name of the song, We Are the Ones. Now, why do you think they made a song that said We Are the Ones? Are we the ones? Y'all don't believe that. Are we the ones? Yeah, are we the ones? We are the ones, right? We are not waiting for somebody, Superman or anybody else in a cape, to come save us. Quite honestly, that's not their role. We are the ones. So we end this with We Are the Ones, right? All of the healed futures that we described require us. How do we take something and how do we make it go from a possibility into a probability into an experience? It's because we're present to it. We do the work. Right? We do all of what needs to be done, and we do it together. We are the ones. Thank you, Bill. He's like, yes, I got it. I'm in it. That's right. We are the ones. So now in this song, you'll hear them. It's a simple refrain, and they go, We are the ones we've been waiting for. That's the song. Everybody know those lyrics? We are the ones we've been waiting for. Say it with me. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the ones we've been waiting for. Right? And one of the things that they do, and I am not a songbird like Miss Rutha May, but you know, I got one of them cotton picking voices. Right? Yes. Yes. So they go, we are the ones, we've been waiting. So I need you to come with me. We are the ones, we've been waiting. You don't have to add 4 yet. Okay? We are the ones, we've been waiting. You got it? Come on with me. We are the ones, we've been waiting. We are the ones, we've been waiting. We are the ones, we've been waiting. Okay, so you got it. So Sweet Honey's gonna sing it, and we're gonna join. And it's gonna be not like Sweet Honey singing it, it's like the tenant and community leaders are singing it, right? The tenant and community mass choir. Are you with me? All right, you didn't know you were part of mass choir, did you? You are now, right? We are the ones we've been waiting for. All right, you got me? Let's get it.
We are the ones, we've been waiting. 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 We are the ones,
being with us this morning, for participating in our creation of the Healed Future. Trust every word said, every story told, every sound sung, every vision created is now a seed planted in the cosmos that we will continue to water with our energy, our effort, and our choices.